Black Ops players are active and engaged and just passionate.
With the Black Ops franchise, from Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3, obviously, and now where we are with Black Ops 4, I think, you know, the game's evolved, right?
Fans have been playing the hell out of that game, and like they're still playing Black Ops 3. So, and that's what we've come to find with people playing Black Ops games.
This year we're really focused on a more tactical experience and really focused on team play. I think there's also a real focus from the studio for just replayability.
It's always sort of the trick of trying to outdo yourself, you know, and
we look at things all the way down to the weapons, like how the weapons fire, recoil systems. We feel like Black Ops 3, we did a great job. The game felt great, movement was awesome, and it was the right thing for that game. But the things that we're doing now, I think it's an evolution of those things. You look at health and things that we did with that. It's like, why is it 150 health now? Why is it a manual regen of health? We looked at all those systems. It's not something that where we arbitrarily chose, like, let's just change it. It's, can it be better? And I think that's part of the magic at Treyarch, is just we play test, replay.
Because of the engagement that we saw around Black Ops 3, it really informed a lot of decisions about how we needed to approach Black Ops 4 in terms of making something as engaging and replayable as what we've seen in the past. You know,
most of the people that we've talked to, they're like, why did you do this? Why did they do this? Have you played yet? No, I haven't played it. Oh, you played? Oh, I totally get it. Like, it feels different. It still feels like Call of Duty, but it feels better. I think people are definitely starting to find like different team comps and different pieces like that where certain characters work well together. There's also things where we look at and we're like, maybe we need to tune that.
So Black Ops 4 represents our most ambitious multiplayer to date, all wrapped in the most refined tactical team experience that we've ever delivered.
The pillars of the game was make something that's super social, make something that's super replayable. Those are kind of two of the big pillars. We have this kind of mantra, find the fun, right? Can we find the fun? Can we find the fun? And sometimes there's things that we work on and maybe they don't hit that level that we really think they need to be, and maybe they aren't hitting some of the pillars that we wanted to for just really highly replayable.
We've never been planning to have a traditional campaign along the way. And we also saw an opportunity to really kind of take elements of story and bring them into multiplayer.
With narrative, we can weave that more into multiplayer, so that's been a lot of fun. And then there's also single player missions as well that are specialist focused. So each specialist will have a mission where we've kind of played with the different specialists and their different mechanics. And so it's really around what's unique about that specialist, and you learn more about that specialist as well as learn more about all their mechanics. So it's kind of it was something that we wanted to make an additional narrative piece and a narrative kind of mission that really taught you about the specialist.
So here's the deal. Alone, you can put up a fight, but together, you can start a war.
And then you have probably our biggest story, which is zombies, right? Like, if you look at what we were able to do over the last 10 years and kind of building this massive, massive story.
The original Zombies was an Easter egg unlock in Call of Duty World at War. And, you know, it was this very sort of loose experience, very kind of basic. Like you're in this bunker, you know, and it's like there are these little clues that are around that the community began stitching together in the form of story. That was the beginning of Zombies being created just as much by fans as it was us.
That's been a lot of fun to just see that kind of reach to the point where it is. And we're still playing around with that a little bit, but the really exciting thing for me is starting a whole new narrative. New universe, new cast of characters with Bruno, Scarlett, Diego, and Stanton, and the fun zombie madness and adventure that will ensue.
There is more Zombies content on disc on day one than we've ever had. I'd probably start with Voyage of Despair. It wasn't really the iceberg, you know? It was the zombies. So personally, that's probably where I'd go. But I can also see myself losing a lot of time, investing a lot of time in Blackout.
But imagine if we take that experience you know and love and we spin it on its head, and we drop you into a large, massive world where you have to survive to be the last man standing.
We've been working on the tools and the systems needed for something like a battle royale mode for a while. I mean, really because of the fact that, we've been working on, a very sort of engaging, connected type of game.
It is a huge map. Like at its core, it is a huge map, but on that map there are destinations, and there are different places, just like in any game where you go through and there's less populated areas and there's more populated areas. We've taken huge inspiration and parts of other maps and kind of built them into the terrain. At its core, it's a giant map. It is, when we think about it, we don't think about it as, hey, it's this map plus this map plus this map plus this map. It's a huge map that has an area that is highly reminiscent of Nuketown, or it's this map from MP, or it's this map from Zombies, and how do those actually weave in where the fiction of it all makes sense and you kind of understand what's going on.
We just kind of came to sort of realize the opportunity to put our own special Black Ops spin on the Battle Royale genre. And it's like looking back over the years through Black Ops, and if you want to just sort of like, cheat the curve a little bit looking into World at War, it's just like, the idea of Black Ops is 8-10 years long, and there's just so much to draw upon that we thought that there was a real opportunity to inject that into the Battle Royale experience.
Man, we want to play a Call of Duty Battle Royale game. And then we started playing around with it, and pencil to paper and designs and all those different pieces. This year we've been full steam ahead, just making a new experience, but still feels very Call of Duty because it still has awesome gunplay, still has awesome fast and fluid movement. Bringing what does it mean to be a Black Ops game? Well, you'd be rolling on a helicopter, shooting machine guns down at people. Some of those different moments and different pieces are things that we're trying to bring into the biggest map that we've ever done, obviously more players than we've ever done, and to try to bring new experiences.
And we're also excited to announce that Black Ops 4 will be the first Call of Duty title ever released on Blizzard Entertainment's Battle.net platform.
Blizzard has been awesome, and I mean, for the longest time we wanted to do some work with them, and the opportunity to move PC to Battle.net, it all just materialized, and they've been great partners, and we're looking forward to bring it over to Battle.net.
Blizzard's been a huge help, but really the huge shout out goes to the massive team at Beenox. We have a huge studio and the biggest team we've ever had working on PC, and really working hand in hand with us on the game and trying to figure out what's best for PC. And I think having Blizzard there, with obviously the pedigree of Blizzard and just their PC ingrained knowledge, being able to work with them and kind of say, should we push on this? Is this the right thing? From how weapons recoil and those things, do we change it? Do we change kick patterns on? Blizzard's yes you do.
Well, I mean, really, whenever you take a look at sort of the passionate, engaging nature of fans, and really the number of people that continue to play and have fun in Black Ops 3, I mean, that's really sort of exhibit A. It's that's the kind of game that, those are the expectations that come to the table. So it's really, I mean, if you take out anything on the social side, the reality is when you talk about how people are spending their time, and you see it.